Hello everyone, I'm Kartikey and I have recently completed one project on Airbnb bookings analysis. It is an exploratory data analysis project and I have completed this project on Python itself. I have used pandas, numpy, matplotlib and seaborn, these libraries. Apart from that, I have also performed some of the analysis on Excel as well, and I have created a small dashboard as well. So let's dive deep into the details of my project. I will share each and everything that I performed, and I will also show it on my screen. So let's go on to my screen now. Alright, so as you all can see on the screen, this is the complete dataset that we were given, and I have performed the data analysis on this dataset only. These are the all the columns that we are having in this dataset. Let's go through them one by one. This is the ID, the name, host ID, host name, neighborhood group, neighborhood, latitude, longitude, room type, price, minimum nights, number of reviews, last review, review per month, calculated host listings and availability. So this is the complete data set that we are having, and now we are going to go through with each and every step that I performed in this data analysis. Also, I will be going through with the project summary. So let's move on to the Jupyter file. So here's the Jupyter file of my project, and this is the heading, of course. Now we will be going through with the project summary. So now I have tried to keep this summary as detailed as possible, as I am from business background and I have studied some business analysis as well. So I have tried to make this project on from the business perspective as well. So as what all we can provide using this data analysis, from using these insights, what all we can provide to the stakeholders so that they can improve their business out of this. Right? How can this analysis be beneficial for our business also? So this is from that perspective as well. So here you can see the complete summary. I have tried to keep it as detailed as possible, trying to cover everything that I did in this, right? And also this is the GitHub link of my project, and using this link you will be able to visit the GitHub page where I have mentioned provided the code and everything. And I have also I will also mention this thing in my LinkedIn post as well, so don't worry. Now we come up to the problem statement. The task of this project is to derive insights from the given data set so that it can be used by the stakeholders for business improvements. As I mentioned, I have created this project as per the business requirements that one can have. Okay. Now these general guidelines were provided by Almabetter itself, so we do not need to go through with that. Now let's begin. So first of all, we are having know your data. So first of all, we are going to completely go through with all the aspects of our data, and we are going to and we will try to understand what all aspects we need to cover in this. All right. So let's open this. Now first of all, we need to import all the important libraries that are required for this. So now we are going to import maths, numpy, matplotlib, seaborn, openpyxl. See, we have to install all of these. There is no need as such that these are all mandatory, but it depends. So generally pandas, numpy, matplotlib and seaborn, these four are a must. Now I have set the options, as you can see, so that I can see maximum columns that are there, right? And I have set it to 200, and I can also use it by for the rows as well, but I have not done it in this. Now I have loaded my dataset into this Airbnb DF, and all the things that we will be doing will be on this data frame only, and I have created a pandas data frame itself. Now first we take a look on our complete dataset. So this is how we are having, and this is the complete look of our dataset, as you can see. Now we checked what all are the columns, and here are the list of all the columns that we are having. This is the shape. So we are having around 48,000 rows and 16 columns. Now the data set information, I tried to check what all are the null values, what all are not the null values, right? And what are the data types and everything. So I checked with all of these things, and I captured all the steps that are there, and I have implemented all of those things in my GitHub README as well. Now we checked for the, of course we are going to check for the duplicate values. So here we need to focus a bit, because if we check directly, we can see that there is no duplicated value. Okay. Now if I check for duplicated ID, of course, as it is the primary key, so there is no duplicated ID as well, right? Now if we check for the duplicated name, we can see that there are lots and lots of duplicated values, around 1000 we can see. right? Now we can, as we can see, we have 998 rows that are duplicates, right? So now how we are going to handle these things? So first of all, we are going to check what all are the points on which these things are duplicated. Okay, so now we will check as per the names. So as we can see here, I checked for this, this name, this hotel is having 3 duplicated values. We are not sure why, but let's check for this. Here we can observe that almost all the values are same except for the ID, latitude, longitude, number of reviews per month, availability. So these are the things that can be duplicated and they can be changed over time. So what might have happened is that this particular hotel must have registered on Airbnb, then they would have, you know, deleted their account, then they would have again done that. So these things change like that itself. So that is why we are having these duplicated values. So to fix that, we will only keep those columns that like those columns that are really important for us, and we only need to have those in my data set, so that I can perform the analysis better and I can also drop all the duplicated values that are there, right? So now I checked, even in these columns I am having few duplicated values. So for that I checked for all of those things that cannot be duplicated, right? Like for example, cannot be duplicated together. So now we will see that name, host name, neighborhood group. If all of these things are duplicated, this means that we have to drop all the duplicates and keep the latest ones. So that is what I did, right? So I just dropped all the duplicated and we kept the latest ones, right? So the latest ones I did was like the last review. As per the last review, what I did, I just sorted this with the latest values, the latest date time, and I just kept the first ones, right? So that is how we are able to keep the latest ones and we are able to drop the others, right? Now missing null values, we are going to check where we are having null values. Like as we can see here, we are having the null values and we have handled those as per it. Okay, now we can see that here this is the complete description of all the numerical values that we are holding here. Now we just renamed this long column to listings only because it was too long, so I had to rename it, right? Now moving forward, I just replaced the value. I just checked all of these things. All the things I have everything properly commented out, right? So that you can know what I have done in this, right? So moving forward, now I checked each and like few columns that I was skeptical upon that. So I just checked that as well. So what all did I know about the dataset? I have mentioned each and everything here itself. I had described each and everything that I could, right, as per it, and I have also described the steps that I have taken. Okay, now we are going to understand our variables properly. So these are all the variables that we are having. These are the columns, and this is the description of the variables that I was having. Now we are just going to move forward with the variables description. Here is the complete description of the variables, what I have understood from there itself. Now we will be checking for the unique values. This is the function which will be helping you to check out the unique values in our dataset. Now comes the major part. Here we will be doing all the data wrangling, and we will be creating a few data frames, and those data frames will be used for the visualizations and also to be extracted into an Excel file, so that we can see those tables and the insights directly. So that is what I have done in this. I have performed the analysis, right? Now I created one column itself which is for the price range, right? So the price range is from 0 to 100, right? Then there is the other price ranges that we are having. All right, so these are the usage of this price range that I have created. Now moving on, we can see that these are the price ranges that we are having and everything, right? So I have sorted the values as per price, and the price range are as per the price range itself. Now we are going to consider we are going to perform feature engineering into this project, and in this project I have taken only those columns where I need to perform the feature engineering, and I will be doing some like data wrangling in order to derive some insights, right? So here I have taken out all those columns which are required for feature engineering itself, and I created one new data frame, that is features data frame. Okay, now we can just move on and move on to the other things. Now we created groups based upon hosts, and in that host we are just performing the analysis, like which is the top 10 hosts as per the listing counts, and which are the hosts that are getting the most revenue. So the revenue logic is that whatever the price is and whatever the total listings that we're having will give us the total revenue. So we can see that how much revenue one host or one hotel has earned, right? So then we created different group features as per the neighborhood, right? Then we created groups as per the room types also, and we performed some analysis. We just seeked out groups, that is the room types, listing counts, what is the minimum price of one group, and what is the maximum price. Here we can see that private room and entire home both are having 10,000 as values, but not the shared room. The maximum price that shared room is having, it's 1800. And in the neighborhood itself we have performed the same things, that what are the listing counts and what is the average price per neighborhood, right? In this neighborhood, like in the financial district, this is the total listings that this financial district is having, and this is the average price in financial district, right? So that is the thing. Moving on, we can see what is the average price for each room type. We can see how many reviews we are having for each room type as well. And here is the complete detail of all the manipulations that I have done. So you do not have to go through with all of these things, because in the GitHub file I have created a readme file in which I have mentioned each and everything in detail. So you can read it out and you will be able to find all the details about this project. I will show that as well. So here are the data visualizations that I performed. So this is the first. These are all the charts that are there. I have also mentioned why this chart has been picked, what are the insights found, and what are the gained insights help in our business perspective. These are all the charts that I have performed with. We can see that what are the top 10 preferred price ranges. We utilized all our data frames to create these charts, right? Whatever is necessary for us. And here are all the charts that are there. Now what I did was, once all of this is completed, what I did was that I just created a complete Excel file in which all the data frames were there in one place, right? So that you can see and look with to the tables itself. And I have also created one dashboard also, which I will show it to you just now. Here this is the solution to our business objective. You can read that out, and here is the conclusion. Right, and I have also created the other things that are required for that also. So now this is the Excel file, the final output of our complete analysis. Here is the complete cleaned data of all the values that we are having, right? As we can see here, we are having all the values, and this is the complete and cleaned data set, right? Now here, as I mentioned, I have created the tables for different things, and here are all the tables that we used, and we derived the insights from there itself. And here we can see the dashboard. It is a minimal dashboard that was there, because the focus of my project was to do the analysis and not on the dashboard. We can utilize, like, this complete dashboard has completely been made on Excel itself, but if I would have wanted, I would have created that on Tableau or Power BI itself, but I chose to focus on the analysis only. That is why it is here in that. See, here we can see the top 10 hosts with most listings, right? We can see the total listings and the price for the average price. All right, this is the listing counts of for the top 10 neighborhoods, and here we can see the room type and listing reviews. Here we can see the group neighborhood group versus their average prices, and here we can see the room type versus the price range and its count, and here we can see the price range distribution among neighborhood, right? So here we will be able to here are all the slices of all the things that we are having as per the requirements. So that is all for the project. I hope you would have liked this project, and just let me know in the comment section if you what all manipulations you would have done and what all improvements I can do in this project. I'm looking forward to hear from you all.